right now. Yo, what's up, guys? So you already know what it is. It's Momentum Monday. Super excited. So we got a special guest tonight. We got my boy Daniel on the line. Say what's up, Daniel.
What up, gang?
Sheesh, let's go. So he's a special guest tonight. He's all the way in Montana. Let's go. So he got connected with through Tony. So Tony is y'all already know we love Tony. She's a beast on the team. But yeah, dude, we're super happy to have you here, bro. Kind of show you what we're about, and just kind of dive into it, dude. So so what we're gonna be kind of covering tonight, guys, is I would say my biggest like kind of one of my biggest takeaways from this weekend. As far as like from the training and stuff like that, and because so Aldrin, right? So Aldrin, we all know is a beast, right? And so he really put into perspective. What I love most about his training this weekend was he really did a great job at putting into perspective like how we should really be using the straight line, right? The straight line system, okay? And so for Daniel, I know a lot is going to sound like kind of new to you when we're kind of going over certain terms, but definitely just pay attention, bro. And this is kind of going to be preparing you for what's to come, So, but straight line persuasion, guys, for those of you who do know what it is, and we all know what it is, right? And we use it in our business daily. We use it to really just, build relationships, meet more people. We can use it to even succeeding like in your whatever we're doing, right? It's a good system to follow to really get you to that next level as far as like how do we really get a person from point A to point B, right? Point A is what? The opener, and point B is the close, getting people actually serving them, right? Getting them their machine, getting them taken care of, their families, right? All that stuff, And so I'm going to just share my screen. I didn't put together any PowerPoints. We're gonna go together. I'm kind of gonna go as we are. So I got this little chart here. So basically, look. So there's one thing right here. So the straight line, right? As we know, it essentially works like. Let's see. Why would you even use this? Am I wondering? Let's see if I can use it. There we go. So the straight line, right? This is literally almost what it is, right? It's a line, okay? And then so on the line, right, you're going to have point A, right? You got point A right here. And then over here, oh, good. Bear with me, y'all. And then we got point B, okay? So this is the straight line, right? You got point A and you got point B. And then like within on the line, right, and then you have your centerpiece, right, which is essentially the pinnacle, right? The pinnacle, which is the midpoint of like where we need to be, okay? And so what I love the way Aldrin broke it down, because he really used he used like simple illustrations, and the way he described it was super simple. And honestly, like if we follow this, guys, this is literally the core of what we do, This is a great way to really get people like on the line and information they need, right? So the first thing, right, that he had mentioned actually was so the first half, I love how he broke it down into two separate parts, right? The first half of the straight line is basically like it's almost like it's phase one, right? It's the initiation phase. It's where it's the phase where we gather intelligence, we build rapport, and we basically share our story and pique interest, okay? And so that's basically what I had wanted to talk about, because the first thing that we're really gonna do, right, is when we meet somebody new, or even when we reach out to somebody we already know, we're gonna be building rapport, and so building rapport, right, is just comment in the chat row if you know what rapport is, but is really building rapport is really just like it's about building trust, right, in people, building trust within your relationships with others, and really letting people know that you care, right? Showing people how much we care so we can help them, Let's see. We got a comment in the chat. Just Daniel said form. Exactly. That's where we're going to next. So form, right? For those of us who don't know what form is, form is literally, so this is how we build rapport, actually. And we were just going over this yesterday with Kevin too. My guy Kevin, we were in the car. But basically, right, like form, this is how we actually build rapport, okay? So this is it, right? Boom, form. Okay, so this comment in the chat row too if you know what it stands for. Daniel, know what you know. I mean we all know anyways, but so form, okay? The first one is gonna be right here. So this all, remember, form is all going to pertain to how we build rapport and how we kind of gather intelligence, I would say. Okay. So let's see. Jessica said, okay, awesome. So yes, that's correct. So family and where you're from, right? So that's going to be essentially what F stands for. So, think about like when you meet somebody new for the first time, right? And like, you meet somebody new for the first time, you're sitting next to somebody, you're standing next to somebody in line, you're in class, at your job, your coworker, whatever it is, like think about how you're going to start like building a relationship with that person, right? If it's organic, if it's like, nothing tied in, no trying to sell you this, sell you that, or get you on the team, whatever. If you're trying to build a relationship, like these questions, this method just comes up organically, right? So like what Jessica said, when we're leading to form, it stands for, a family, right? Or basically where you're from, So it's gonna be so family, okay. So that's literally one of the first things that we're gonna kind of ask people, like, yeah, you want to get to know them, right? And so by getting to know them, we ask questions like, hey man, like, like you got any brothers, sisters, like what's that like, like where are you from, like just really getting to know them more, and like their family, like where they come from, like what's their background, because that's literally the first thing we ask. Like, you're like, hey, like where are you from, like tell me your story, right? And that's how we build relationships, and then so the next one, right, is going to be O, okay. And so O is going to stand for occupation, right? So where do you work, right? That's just like, and so say you meet somebody online, right, for the first time, you're starting a conversation, you ask them where they're from, you say where you're from, and then essentially I'm like, yeah, just like, what do you do for work? Do you have your own business? Are you going to school even? Like, what do like what's your occupation? What do you do for a living, right? And then the next one, right, is R right here, which stands for recreation, right? So recreation, okay. And this is like what we like what do we do for fun, okay? How do we like what's the like what are their interests, what do they do on the weekends, what do they do with their free time, are they do they go to the gym, do they play video games, do they like to go like hiking, paintballing, whatever it is, like what do they do recreationally? And then so right, because this is all going to be part of, like I said, the building rapport phase, okay? So ask people where they're from, where they work, and then what we do for fun, okay? So and then who can tell me what M stands for? Take a guess. Daniel, even, bro, like if you have a guess now after going from family, occupation, recreation, like what do you think the M will stand for, and then just comment in the chat. You can just go and speak out even too. Got any ideas? Anybody?
Motivation.
Woo! Who said that? That was you, Daniel?
That was me.
Oh, and like who was that? Kevin? My guy Kevin? My
Yeah, that was
man.
me.
Hey, that's right. Let's go. You're right, bro. Motivation, dude. Hey, Sharp, my man. We just talked about this too. I like it. So motivation, right? What motivates us? Why do we do the things we do? Why do we work? What's our purpose? What's their purpose? So these are all, so this is essentially what form is, right? And this is how we use it, okay? And so remember, this is all going to lead back to to building rapport, essentially, right? You're going to ask questions about their family, about their occupation, about their recreation, and like what motivates them, right? Because all you ask questions like that, guys, you're really showing interest in people, and so, and one of the best things we can ever give people, right, is the gift of our attention, okay? And so because the more interest we show in others, right, that's letting them know that we care, and as long as our approach is genuine, we're not where we truly want to help others, it's like it's not going to come off as like selly or trying to sell anybody and stuff. And hey, what's up, Tony? Let's go. She just joined the group. So awesome. So and then so that's gonna be, so this is literally like kind of one of the first steps towards building rapport. If you don't have, say if you're stuck and you're like, dang, like what do I ask them next? Like what's a good question to ask? Like what else do I need to know about them? Boom, just go back to form. Have you found out about their family or where they're from yet? Do you know where they work? Do you know what they do for fun? And do you know what their motivation is? Okay. And then so another part of the line, right, is gonna be where you basically want to after you basically form them, right, and you get to know more about them, what you're gonna do is and then you want to like kind of share your story, right? Like you want to actually, well, you want to gather intelligence, right? But you want to share your story, because your story, right? So, all right. So, and then you want to share your story, okay? Because sharing your story is what's gonna help to further build a relationship, right? Because once you like, when we meet somebody, we normally don't get into our story right away, right? I'm not gonna meet a stranger and be like, yeah, dude. So here, I'll like, let me tell you about my life, just without even having to like ask them first what they're into. So, but once you build rapport and you form them, right, and you get to know more about this person, right? Then just share your story, let them know like how you got involved, right? Where you're from, where you work, what you do for a living, what you do for fun, right? And what's your motivation. Then you're gonna form yourself, right? You want to form them and then form yourself. Because once you do that, that's essentially building a bridge of basically like kind of like commonalities in a sense, right? Because you're basically you're strengthening that newly formed relationship, and you're basically laying the foundation, right? So once you get to know somebody, then they're getting to know you because you share your story, and then you guys feel like you already known each other for quite a while. Um, that's part of sharing the story. And then once we share our story, right? Because all this is still, and because sharing our story in the process is literally it contributes to building more rapport, you know. And sure is, bro. My man Daniel's taking notes. Yo, note takers are definitely money makers, bro. Know that much, dude. So the fact you're taking notes, bro, right now, yo, you a champion, man. We respect that. Let's go. And yeah, and then so once we get to the through the build a rapport phase and sharing our story, all of that is gonna lead up to what? To piquing their interest, okay? And that's essentially the actual pinnacle of the straight line, right? Is literally piquing their interest, right? And by piquing their interest, we do that when we share our story, right? Because coming up in our story is gonna be what? We're gonna talk about what we do, and where we're headed, and what our motivation is, what our goals are, where we see ourselves going, and where we're from, and all that stuff. And so and in doing so, obviously, your lifestyle is gonna come up, your interest, right, and the water is gonna come up too, okay. And so once that happens, right, you're essentially piquing interest, because then they're gonna ask you, like, well, because it's like, once you build rapport with them and you form them, it's organically gonna come up. Yeah. So what about you? What do you do? And then boom, you form yourself, right? And in doing so, you're piquing the interest. And once you pique the interest about what you do, they're gonna want to know more about it, right? Yeah. Oh, that sounds cool. Japanese water technology. How's that happen? Like, how'd you get involved with that? Like, what's that like? What's the story behind that? And so once you get to that point where you pique the interest, because that's literally the goal of the first half of the straight line, right? You want to pique interest, because that's literally, because once you pique the interest, right, it's the pinnacle of the line. And then what Aldrin talked about, right, everything after that is going to be downhill, right? So that first half, you're working your way up, you're on a steady incline, just building rapport, building relationship, piquing interest. And then once you finally pique that interest, boom, you can start cruising downhill, right? And because after that, it's literally just about guiding the person, right? And giving them the information they need to make the right decision, right? Which is to invest, guys, to invest into our health, into our family's health, into our future, into our finances, right? Into our freedom, right? So that's what we need to do, And so once we get down to this half of the line, it's like, yo, this is like where all the magic happens, right? So, and because after we peak interest, right, what you want to do at that point is what? You can start by, because now you basically want to guide them to point B, right? Point A is like from point A to the pinnacle, it's just getting them interested. And then from the pinnacle to point B, it just is guiding them, right? And being there for them, and literally showing them how a no-brainer this really is, right? And why they need this in their life, right? And so so by doing that, after we pick interest, right, if they're local, the first thing we want to do is what? Share water, right? That's literally the first thing we want to do. If somebody's nearby and you guys are talking about the water, and everything's going on, and sorry, give me one sec, I gotta answer this back. That's perfect. I'm setting up this phone call. Cool. So one, and if we can share water, right? We want to share water because we all know that the water works, right? We all know how powerful it is. You know, we have our own personal testimonials. We've heard the testimonials, right? And so by giving somebody the water is probably the most effective way of being able to really even further pique their interest even more, right? Because for me, for example, like I was talking about this with Daniel earlier, you know, like I was fortunate enough to actually you know, to try the water before I even bought my machine, right? And so in doing so, like literally I had the water, I drank the water, and then I was like, what is this now? You know what I mean? That was me. That's how it happened for me. I was drinking it, I was feeling good, and I'm like, all right, now what is this now? You know? So I was already interested. That's why I looked further into it, you know. But for some people, it don't have to happen that way, right? We got Tony on the call, right? And then we got Daniel on the call. Tony and Daniel, right? You guys, the first time you guys tried the water was when you hooked up to your kitchen, right? That was literally the first time you tried it, you know. And it's because, but why? Well, why? Because if we can't give them water, if we can't share water, the next thing the next best thing we can do is what? Share what, guys? Y'all already know what it is. Share information, right? Share information. And we share information by doing what, guys? We send videos, right? Let's put this little. We're gonna send videos. Okay, right? We do this by sending videos, right? And then we send videos, right? And then we can do that by sharing videos, sharing information. Well, I can just say send videos, send website. Let's see what you got here. We got if you can't share water, we demonstrate the value through third party. Let's go. Exactly. Third party. My man Daniel knows what's up because third party is literally key, right? Because guys, you have to realize, okay, when you first invest into your unit, like you might have done all the research in the world. You might have watched every single video on YouTube. You've looked at all of, you've seen the website, you've seen the proof, you've attended events, whatever it may be. And like, I know you're the expert now, but like in your head, guys, but starting off though, like, and to anybody you're going to like share this with, right? Like nobody wants to kind of really sit there and listen to you spit facts all day, right? Oh yeah, dude, the microclustering, the antioxidants, the hydrogen, all this stuff. It sounds amazing to us who are really interested and who know, but to somebody who's not there yet, right, and who can't really wrap their head around like medical grade magic electrical water, right? It's like, well, if they're not there yet, we don't want to do that ourselves because that's just gonna send them away. You know, they're like, dude, like, what are you talking about? You know, I don't even know what you're saying. So third party, right? So let me actually type that out right now. Third party, because third party is literally it pertains to all that. It's gonna be videos, websites, you know, it's gonna be webinars, you know, like stuff like that, right? Webinars, live events. Okay, if you can take somebody to a live event, that's even more powerful. You know, if you don't have live events in your area, then hey, you know, like now's a great time to start thinking about doing your own demos. You know, because it's like, because the more people we get exposed through this on a larger scale, you know, and the best way you do that is like by getting multiple people in a room at once, right? So because you're essentially multiplying you're duplicating you're multiplying your time in that sense, right? You're saving time by doing so. So share information, right? By sending videos, third party webinars, live demos, right? And then because once you send one video, they're going to have more questions, right? So you essentially want to share another video. You at least want to share like videos. The videos we share, right, are going to be about the health, right? The water demonstration, you know, it's going to be testimonial videos, right? Like all that stuff, you know, that we can keep tagging people. Oh, the Facebook groups too, right? Facebook groups, third party, you know, we got an awesome Facebook group set up, you know, that we can literally tag people in. I literally just added somebody today in our Facebook group, right? I met this older gentleman at the gym one of the gyms that I go to, right? I've been seeing him for weeks, you know, it's kind of one of those conversations where like, you know, he sees me, says what's up, you know, I'll go up to him, talk to him like, hey, what are you hitting today? You know, we have a conversation. And so, you know, I've basically been like kind of filling him out for like a few weeks now, you know, the CA, because he's very consistent. He's an older gentleman, but he's super consistent. He's there almost every single day and he's pretty built, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dude, he's healthy, right? So, I piqued his interest with the water, you know, and so I was able to actually give him a gallon. Like literally, like I told him that, hey, dude, like I'm gonna bring you a gallon, right? Because this is after I formed him. This is after I I literally formed him, built rapport, shared my story, let him know what I'm doing. Because what? Because why? Because he asked me. He's like, yeah. So he's like, what's up with you? Like, what do you do for? He literally asked me, what do you do for work? Right? Like, I mean, that's a good question to be asked, And so, because because I built a good enough rapport, I piqued interest as far as like, what do you do? Because he's like, you know what he asked me? He goes, hey, he's like, I always go around like 9, 10 o'clock. He's like, dude. He's like, what do you do for work? He's like, I always see you in here at different times, and it's kind of late. He's like, do you work? He's like, because normally most people be working around, because he's retired, And he's like, most people your age like work around this time, He's like, or go to school. He's like, what do you do? And I was like, oh yeah, dude, great question, And I was like, I mean, I kind of work from home for the most part. That's why I have a lot of free time, That's why you see me here, at times where I should be at work or I should be at doing something else, But so that piqued his interest, right? I gave him water, right? And then so for him, like, I didn't really want to like send videos because like I feel like for kind of like the baby boomer crowd, like they love Facebook, right? We're all on Facebook. Everybody loves Facebook. So and like, I knew he wasn't gonna have an Instagram, like if I asked him. So if he did, that's awesome. But I literally, the first question I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, by the way, I was like, all right, this was today when I seen him. I hadn't seen him since I gave him water. So I followed up. I walked up to him. I just said, what's up? Hey man, how's your day going? How was your weekend? And then he brought it up naturally. I didn't even say, hey, how'd you like the water? He's like, hey, so that water that you gave me, he's like, I've been using it for my bike rides. And, he just started telling me and da-da-da. And I was like, dude, that's awesome, bro. So I was like, hey, by the way, are you on Facebook by any chance? And he's like, yeah, I'm on Facebook. And he pulled out his phone right away. I was like, oh, dude, sweet. I run back to get my phone. I was like, yeah, hey, let me get you on Facebook real quick because we have a really awesome Facebook group set up, And I was like, it has tons of videos about the water, about the health benefits, and there's live testimonials, all this crazy stuff. I was like, you're going to love it, man. I was like, I'm going to add you to it and tag you some videos. He's like, oh, dude, awesome, and he did. Boom. So, now he's on Facebook, I'm going to see him tomorrow. I'm like, I'm going to probably bring him another gallon, and just keep moving him further and further down the line because he's already in the second phase now, right? He's already past the first phase. So now I just got to keep guiding him and just give him the information he needs. Give him more water, make him feel better, He's gonna be like, eventually he's gonna be like, dude, all right, how do I get one? Like how does this how does it work? Does it go on my countertop? Does it go into the sink? Like how big is it? That's when the technical questions start coming into play, which is awesome, because once we do that, then we've done our job and we piqued enough interest, right? So that's sharing information, right? And then once we do that, right, once we let the videos, the webinars, the demos, and all that stuff speak for itself, right, then I would say essentially the last step, and well, it don't have to be the last step because, a lot of people need multiple exposures, so it really just depends. They need more information. But one of the next steps you want to do is to definitely get them on a 3-way call with your boy, so that's literally the next step, right? Getting somebody on 3-way call with me, guys, because that's what I'm here to, like for example, for you, Daniel, since you're just gonna be getting started, dude, I do not expect you to be able to like close your own sales by yourself, right? I'm not gonna expect you, but all right, bro, you're good now, you know what I'm saying? Like you got your machine, you're good, right? Print out some order forms, go sign people up, like, nah, it don't work like that. We're a team, right? You're in business for yourself, but never by yourself, right? We have the leadership. We have the resources. We have the team here. We have everything we need to succeed, right? So, which is amazing, right? And so the next step is literally a 3-way call, okay? 3-way call. That's the next step, right? Because 3-way calls are powerful, guys. Like that's where usually I would say because like we can go to we've literally done a whole training already just on 3-way calls because it's that important. 3-way calls are like literally like we all know the core of our business, right? Because for example, for Daniel, for you, bro, since you're just getting started, right? Like let's say the first week you have your machine, okay? Somebody hits you up like, dude, like what's this machine you got, bro? Like like what's this water you're drinking? You're posting about, you're talking about, or whatever, right? So and then it's like and essentially like if it's somebody you already know, you already probably built rapport with them. They know your story, right? But from there, you're gonna share. But once they ask that question, because they know you based off the person that they think they know about you, right, or whatever. So now you want to revert back to sharing your new story about, yeah, let me tell you, dude, I just got involved. I just got, whatever. Share your story, but literally just share your story, like on why you have this in your life now, That's literally one of the best parts, right? So, and then once you do that, and then so you're gonna share your story, and that's gonna pique their interest, right? And then from there, dude, like if you can give them water, because the less we say, like the more, like less is definitely more when it comes to getting people interested, right? So, and then share water, and they're gonna be like, okay, dude, I'll drink it, and they're like, and then you're gonna send them a video, and you're gonna invite them out to a webinar. Basically, just keep giving them more. We call these exposures, right? And so the more exposure somebody has, the more interested they become, and the more likely they're gonna buy soon, right? So, and then once somebody finally hits you with that question, like, all right, bro, how much is it? How much does it cost? How can I get one? How does financing work, or whatever, right? That's when you say, hey, that's a really great question, and you're essentially, and then you're going to set up a 3-way call, right? And we're going to go more into that, later on, and, like all the steps and how to set up a call and stuff. But just know that when somebody starts talking about how do I get one, dude, like you don't even want to start talking about, oh yeah, there's different financing. They cost this much, this one's this much. You're gonna be like, hey, that's a great question. Let me get you connected with the guy who helped me get mine. He knows everything about this, right? Super knowledgeable, right? You're gonna love his energy, or whatever you want to say. Like it's just we call it edifying too. So, but yeah, 3-way calls, right? And then after the 3-way call, essentially, if it doesn't close right here, right? If we don't close out the sale right here, then what do? We're gonna revert back, right? We're gonna share more water. We're gonna send more videos. We're gonna tag in more videos. We're gonna invite them to another event. It's like, and then they have more questions, right? Then boom, another 3-way call, right? Maybe I'll get them on a 3-way call with Aldrin. Boom, it's over. Get a call with Aldrin, it's over. Like it's like we have the leverage, and so it's exciting, guys, but it's super simple. This is literally the core of our system, and then if you're still sharing water, you're sending more videos, and finally it's like, okay, you know what, get them on the last 3-way call, and then boom, all of a sudden it's done. Seal deal. They have their machine. You brought tremendous value to this person's life, and now you get to serve them continuously for the rest of your life, because now they're gonna be on our team. They get to join our culture, right? And it's like it's definitely exciting, guys. And so, but like this is literally like, this is right here is how we build this business. This is the core of it, guys. And it's pretty simple, when you really think about it, because like the way I like to describe it is like, just become an expert at making friends. Literally become an expert at making friends. But obviously we all attract our own type of people, right? Our own type of energy, right? But the best part is, though, as unique as we all are, right? And as like, because we're all different in so many different ways, right? We all have different traits and characteristics and interests and likes and dislikes, right? But the reason why we're all on this call right now is because we all share that same type of synergy one way or another, right? One way or another, we're still on that same frequency, and that's what's amazing, guys, because as different as I am with Daniel, and as different as Daniel is to Daniel, and then, from Daniel to Jessica, like we're all different, and Tony and Kevin, we're all unique, in our own ways. But it's like, at the end of the day, though, there's still that one thing that keeps us like together, right? And it's just, and sometimes you can't even describe it, it's just the energy, it's the synergy, it's the frequency, the vibrations that we feel, and you're in the right place, like just by, because it's a feeling, it's your intuition, guys. And so which is amazing, so it's like, so become an expert at really just making friends, and being everybody's friend, and eventually the right people are going to just come into your life regardless, because why? Because you're putting more of yourself out there, you're making moves, you're taking action, and it's like I said, it's super exciting, guys. So I know somebody commented in the chat right now. I'm trying to view it, but there we go. Let's see. And then, man, one of us is gonna need a nickname. Honestly. All right. Yeah, that is true, bro. Because we got soon we're gonna have like 10 Daniels on our team, bro. Because apparently Daniels go 6A and stuff, bro. So we need to we need to get this Daniel and Daniel Zayner. I'm like, all right, hey DZ, bro. I'm gonna call you DZ, bro. Like, what was you gotta call him? Unless you got a nickname, like unless one of y'all got a nickname you want to go by, then.
Yeah, I did 7 years of River Guide, and I was always Little Dan. You can call me that. Y'all can call me that.
Hey, Little Dan, bro. I love it. Let's go.
Yeah,
Love it, dude.
that's
Awesome.
cool with
Right?
me.
There we go. Little Dan, my man. I love that, bro. Little Dan, the man, dude. He said Riggy is little, bro. It could be either. All right, is it Lil Dan? I said little. That's funny. Lil Dan, you're right.
Yeah, either one. Yeah, whatever you want, whatever y'all
Lil
want. Yeah,
Dan.
whenever there's two of us in the same room, feel free to make the distinction, and I'll know, and he'll know.
All right, cool, awesome. Hey, I love this, dude. For sure, we're
Oh,
gonna
bro,
have
I'll
like,
know. You ain't calling me Lil Dan.
hey, bro, don't worry about it, dude. We're gonna figure it out. All right. So we're gonna have like 10 Jessicas and like 8 Kevins, and they're gonna have like there's gonna be another Ricky on our team too. I already know it, bro. So it's gonna get there, but he's gonna be Ricardo probably or something. So
Bro, I'm specifically like prospecting Rickies.
specifically prospect. You're going on Instagram, typing in Ricky, and like just getting everybody on there, bro. Love it, dude. That's a good name, bro. That's definitely a committed guy right there, right? Awesome, dude. But yeah, so that's literally like kind of what like this was the core focus mainly of what I want to go over today, because this is, like I said, guys, this is how we do this, and just following this simple system is literally how I've built relationship with you guys, how I've managed to sell to basically like sell more machines and just to help more people and build more relationships, and even if it's like not even to like sell a machine, this is great. Form is how we make friends, right? This is how we make friends with people. It's how we communicate, and it's like it doesn't have to be like just because there's money involved and this and that, and it's a business. It doesn't have to be weird, like we just revert back to like how we, like I said, how we make friends. That's just what it is, right? Like because we make friends, we build relationships, we share information, and we take care of people, right? We literally provide service, and it's truly amazing, So just real fast, is anybody have any like maybe any comments? Can you anybody want to add to this? Maybe if I left something out, you feel like anything at all?
I totally appreciate that archetype you outlined, that A to B thing with all it's like 180-degree line, like your start point, end point, and then all those. It's just a great outline, all that in the middle, like for building relationships alone.
Yes.
Not having anything to do with selling anything or getting anybody's involvement except for like you being involved in what's going on with them and them being involved with what's going on with you. And that's just raw communication, man. It's just good to have an outline for it,
Dude.
Wait till you see Eldrin's video, man.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, I know.
I'm ready to be blown away again and again, boys and girls.
Literally, look at this, bro. This is what I just showed you right now. This is like the bird's eye view of literally like what this is, right? There's a whole there's there's 10 different modules specifically about the straight line system, right? That we listen to all the time, and like. And it goes into details about so many other things, right? But this is literally like the tip of the iceberg. But it's the framework. It's the foundation of what the straight line is, So yeah, dude. You know what? Just wait for the long hour. Just wait for the hours long training about it. Seriously, hey, for reals though, you're gonna love it, bro. You're gonna love it, But you know what though? That was a really good. You're going to love Jordan Belfort, yes, because this all basically stems from Jordan Belfort. So if you're familiar with Jordan Belfort, maybe you don't know his name, but if you ever seen The Wolf of Wall Street, right? That's who Jordan Belfort is, right? So the character that Leonardo DiCaprio portrays, that's Jordan Belfort. Okay, so learning in this business is exhilarating, never gets old. Let's go. I agree, dude. I agree. It's just. Because, it's just like what we do is pretty simple, it really is. But it's just like, it's just going back to the basics, the basics, right? Because the basics, as basic as it sounds, it's the foundation, it's the framework, it's what we build off of, right? If there's no basics, there's no foundation, right? Then it's like, what are you building on top of, It's like you're just like stacking cards now, on top of a unsturdy foundation, So, but sticking to this though, right? And then once you start going more in depth with it and you start mastering the different, the tonality, the body language, just what to say, it's like unconscious communication, all that stuff. It gets deep, bro. So it's like, but this is, like I said, this is just literally the tip of the iceberg, But by sticking to this though, like I love what you said about it's literally just like whether or not you're selling anything or not, it's just really getting to communicate with people, and communication is definitely key, right? And so, and literally by doing this, right, because, we show interest in others, okay? And so just like Brian Carruthers like always talks about, right, nobody cares about how much we know until they know how much we care, right? because unless they know that you truly want to help them and you truly care about them and you know what I'm saying, like you're not in it just for the money, just for the commission, right? It's like then they're gonna listen to you, you know, then they're gonna want to hear what you have to say. Because why? Because you know, now they feel like they feel the authenticity, you know, they feel the energy, they know you want to help them, right? So of course, you know, they're gonna go through you, and you know, you're gonna guide them, and you know, you're gonna keep building that relationship. And keep in mind too, guys, look, even though like this is the building rapport phase, and the sharing, all this stuff is building rapport, going through this second half of the phase, you're still building rapport every step of the way, right? You never stop building rapport, you know. Because by sharing water, you're building massive rapport, right? Giving massive value. By sending videos, you're building rapport even more, you know, giving more value, right? So, and by giving them, and then by connecting them with the expert, right, which is the person who's gonna close, which is me, you know, that's giving them more value, you know. And it's like, so it's, you know, it's amazing, guys. So, you know, this is like, I'm just super excited to be sharing it with you. And just, by the way, too, my call got moved to 7:30, so that's why I haven't hopped off yet. So, yeah, I know. Yeah.
So funny.
I know. Good looking. Yeah, because that text she texted me. She said, "Hi, can we start a call at 7:30?" So I was like, "Perfect." Good looking, Daniel. You already know, man. And that's the thing too. Hey, when you got a call set up with somebody, right? And it's like at 7:15, 7:16, 7:17, 7:18 is not acceptable to call somebody. You know, if you got a call set up, guys, like that's all part, and that's also goes back to the straight line system, right? Because you know what too. So look, so I guess I can end it with this, right? Because when we use the straight line, see my reminder even went off right now. Let's go. That's how you know we focus. 7:16 equals lost sale. Pretty much, guys, you know, because if you like, it just goes back to like to sticking to your word, right? When you tell somebody you're gonna call them at this time, call them at that time, you know. Don't make them wait, you know, because who knows what type of arrangements they made just to make sure they're free for that call frame, you know. And they're like, oh, 7:16. Oh, 7:17. Oh, where you at, bro? You still gonna call me? Like, you know, you just like, so just be sharp, whether it's like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6:30, whatever it is, just be sharp. But because all of that, right, is gonna lead back to the straight line, right? Because by doing all of this, right, we're literally showing people that we're that we're sharp, right? For one, sharp as attack, right? Because we want to help them. This is again, dude, this goes further into the straight line. But I would say like the main things that we want to come off when we while we're building rapport with people, and while we're making friends and building relationships, right? They want to know that the person they're talking to is sharp, right? Sharp as attack. Next, they want to and by showing showing somebody how sharp we are, right? Thumb tag, let's go. By showing somebody how sharp we are, right? We're gonna be doing that by, for one, is calling somebody on time, right? And being super enthusiastic, you know, like, because people want to feel your energy, you know, they want to know like what you're doing is actually exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, what if I was like, hey Daniel, what's up, bro? Yeah, you want to know about this water, this business? Yeah, dude, yeah. Let me send you a video. Yeah, you'll like it. You'll probably like it. Yeah, you might like it. You know, like, what if, like, it's lifeless, you know, like, but just be yourself though. I'm not telling you guys like to kind of match my energy, right? Because we're all different. Daniel, you're enthusiastic in your own way, bro. And Jessica, same for you. And you know, it's like Kevin, everybody, right? We're all enthusiastic in our own way, but as long as you're being genuine about it, they're gonna feel it. They're gonna know, you know. And so by being enthusiastic, right, you're showing somebody that you're sharp, and also too that you're literally a force to be reckoned with. But you're really an expert, right? You're an expert in your field, okay? Expert in, I'll put expert in field. So let's see. I'm okay. It's a little off. I want to share my day in Vegas. Y'all can help me dissect my mind. And I'm trying to shove fruit in me since I'm out of water. Oh no, Tony, you're out of water? I feel you. Yo, that's the Vegas life for you. Hey, but you're going back tonight, aren't you? Like, I'm pretty sure you're right. Is your flight tonight, or you're going back tomorrow? So you'll be back soon, Tony. I appreciate you hopping on though. Which I told you, like, I already knew, you know, you're busy, but you know, just the fact that you're on here, I love it. And sharp as attack, enthusiastic as hell, and a force to be reckoned with. Let's go. Literally, what my man Daniel just said is perfect, right? Because that all that guys, like, people want to know that the person they're dealing with is enthusiastic, for one, about what we're doing, right? Because no matter what we're selling, we could be selling, furniture, homes, and whatever it is, guys. No matter what it is, whatever you're selling, right? People are gonna buy into you as an individual before they buy into whatever it is we're doing, right? Because if they don't think you're, if somebody doesn't trust you, they don't like you, right? They don't even like you as a person. They think you're sketchy, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna do business with you. They're not gonna buy into your product, even though it might be the best product in the world and you have the best company in the world. But like, they don't like you, they're gonna buy it from the dude down the street who does have it. But that's like the furniture business, right? Hey, that's true. We're in the best industry. Let me tell you guys right now, because I mean, you literally, like, what we're talking about. They talk about, like, at the training, guys. Like, this is network marketing, guys, and network marketing is very underrated by a lot of people because they don't understand it. Okay, just because maybe they heard some story that a story about someone's story about someone who knew somebody who joined a company before and then they didn't have success, so it's all of a sudden it's a scam, right? So, but it's like, this is literally the business model of the 21st century, right? Because why? Because the economy's changing, right? The world's changing, guys. Like, sooner or later, network marketing is on track to be the gold standard within the decade. 100%. I literally, like, I agree with that to the fullest, because it really is, right? The business model, guys, like, because you know why? Because the way the economy is shifting, sooner or later, people aren't going to be paid for just their time anymore, right? It's going to be much more than that. It's going to be they're going to be compensated in direct proportion to the value that we bring to the marketplace, right? And just like Jim Rohn talks about, what is the marketplace, right? The marketplace is reality. It's reality, guys. And if we're and what he says too, reality is that if we're not valuable, we don't get paid much money, right? And it's not valuable, like, we're all valuable individuals, right? Like, we're a valuable brother, sister, father, mother, husband, wife, student, whatever it is, guys, right? We're all valuable in that aspect. But when it comes to the marketplace, as far as like, how are you really helping, how are you truly bringing value to people? Are you helping people, right? Like, that's how we bring value, guys, is by serving others, right? Because service to others always leads to greatness, right? Another quote from Jim Rohn, favorite mentors of all time, right? Life and business coach, So this is literally something, guys, that, we have to realize, like, this is, like I said, this is the business of the 21st century. And sooner or later, so once you realize that, once you make that shift to service, to others, instead of just like trading your time for money, because that's the way the economy is shifting, right? So which means that the network marketing business model is perfect for this new up and coming trend, right? The business of the 21st century, right? And let me tell you this, though, that for those of us, like all of us on this call, right, we realize that, right? For those who realize that, we're going to have the best of times, right? We're going to live the best of our lives. We're going to have our freedom. We're going to have the lifestyle. We're going to help people. We're going to travel and build and make money and on the way, right? But for those who don't, it's going to be the worst of times, right? It's going to be the worst of times, right? Because you know why? Because for those stuck in the old ways, they're in the old economy, right? They're like, sooner, their jobs are going to be yanked right from under them, right? And they're going to have nothing, It's crazy, guys, the way the world shifted. So we have to realize that now, and so the more independent we become, right, as like individuals, as entrepreneurs, network marketers, is about taking responsibility and living off the income of our own personal resources, right? Because once we do that, we free up our time. And once we have more time, we can then do what? Help more people, because like I said, our time and our money is another source of energy just to help people, guys. That's what it's about. We're bringing value, right? And we're truly changing lives and making an impact, right? Worldwide, And the best part about Magic is what? Like, no matter where you are, anywhere in the world, right? We can serve them, we can, guys, 40 locations in 30 different countries? Come on, like, you can do business anywhere, you're on the plane ride, you're going to meet somebody. Hey, you drink water? Sure do, like, what's up with it? What you got, It's crazy, guys. Like, honestly, like, for everybody on our team right now, like, we're all setting ourselves up for a tremendous success coming in the upcoming years, a financial explosion too, just to really be, I guess, straight up, because sooner or later, guys, what we're doing now, right, this whole straight line system, right, eventually it's just like, the information is going to be out there. Everybody's going to start getting them. It's going to start trending because health and wellness, right? Alkaline water, veganism, all that stuff is trending right now. But the one thing that's not specifically trending yet is Kangen water and Kangen machines, right? So right now it's like everybody's looking for like that one thing that can help them. That one thing that's like, okay, what can really like, I'm seeing all these things. I'm seeing all these memes on Instagram. I'm watching all these videos on YouTube. Everybody's talking about this. They're talking about that. They're recommending this, but then this person recommending that. Like, which one? What do I go to? You know? And so once they're writing, and once Kangen water starts trending, we're just gonna skip the whole first half pretty much. They're gonna be like, "Yo, dude, like, we're gonna skip the whole line. We're gonna skip to a 3-way call." And I'm like, "Yo, how do I get one? How do I get started?" I saw you help so get one, dude. I want one too. I've seen videos. I've done the research. I've talked to enough people, bro. It's I see it everywhere now. Like, how do I get it? You know? And so the best thing that we can do now, within the next, like, I would say like 5 to 10 years for sure. We got plenty of time. You know, like 5 to 10, even 15 years, right? Like setting ourselves up with the next 5 years. You're literally planting your feet, and now you can build your empire, right? Because once you plant your feet in this business, you're in for life, right? And so getting involved now is literally it's almost like you see the wave coming, right? You see the wave coming, you're like, oh, there it is, you know? And so we're hopping on it before anybody else does, right? Because we see it, we see the vision, because we all care about our health, we care about our future and our finances, and we truly want to help people. So, and which is why we're here, guys. This is why we're all here today. You know, this is why we're all on this call, because we all share that same commonality of wanting to really help more people and make a huge impact worldwide, you know? So, but yeah, guys, I mean, other than that, though, that's really like all I wanted to kind of like talk about today was more, because this was really, because I love the way he broke it down, right? Because I've listened to Straight Line plenty of times. I've seen multiple trainings on it, but like once I saw like the way Aldrin did, I was like, dude, that's perfect. Like anybody can, like, who's watching that as just getting started is literally gonna like, dude, they're gonna be like, whoa, that's so simple, you know? And so, but it's just following the steps, you know, and just really, I mean, none of us have problem making friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really don't, you know? So just focus on that, focus on making friends, focus on bringing value. And I promise you guys, all this stuff right here, everything that we want, and the business and the checks and all that stuff, it's gonna come. It's gonna come regardless, right? But just focus on developing your skills, focus on developing your mindset, and just helping people, guys. And you know, because again, another quote. This is actually comes from I think it's Zig Ziglar, right? Zig Ziglar says, "Help enough people get what they want, and we'll get what we want and more." You know. And it's literally, that's what it's about, guys. You know, like I said, service to many always leads to greatness. So if anybody has, dealing with her, something. Wait, hold on. Let me check this text real quick. I think we're running time. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm not sure. Wait, you want to come on, Daniel? And wait, I don't know what you're trying to say.
Just read it after. You're good.
Okay. Well, yeah, I still have this. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. So, but yeah, guys. So that's literally like what this is. But but I do have that call coming up right now. Does anybody have any like last minute input? Maybe anything they want to talk about? Any comments? Questions even.
Let's
Dan.
go. Let's go.
Let's
I
go.
love this.
Dude, you love it, bro?
Yeah, I'm about it, baby.
My man. Dude, simple, right?
Yeah, super simple. It's really easy. I love this. I love these quotes you're throwing out too.
Hey, my man. I saw you writing them down too, bro. I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
I wrote down like everything pretty much everything. I could just digest it then.
My man, dude. Hey, bro. Hey, the fact that you're doing that, dude, you're gonna have huge success, bro. I'm telling you, because one, you're super genuine. You have such a big heart, bro. We all feel that, and you truly want to help people, and you care about your health, bro. You care about your health, dude. Like, and that glows through you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you care enough about your own self to take care of you is gonna inspire other people to do the same, my man. So,
hoping so.
My man. So. I'm excited for you, bro. So, dude, so thank you for hopping on, dude. I really appreciate it. We do this every Monday, right? Momentum Monday is what we call it, and dude, this is a great way to get everybody focused for the week, and create that momentum, because momentum definitely carries the day, and it's like once you got momentum, like nothing's going to stop you, and so, but yeah, so.
Peace out, Lil Dan. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thanks, gang.
You a
Good
real one,
stuff.
man. You a
Nice.
real one.
Yeah, I'll
brother.
see y'all in a couple of days there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good night,
yeah.
gang.
Definitely, guys. All right, guys.
Peace.
So I appreciate you. Much love, fam, and I will see you guys very soon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. We'll stop the share. All right, family. Have a good night, guys. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Let's go.